Guys, welcome back. This is the Uganda Awakening. I am excited because we are moving closer to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, I could not help myself but be excited. Thank you everyone that is subscribing. Yeah, the goal is achievable. It has always been an achievable goal, to be honest. In today's video, allow me to go down memory lane. I mean, historically, there are so many videos of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. To be honest, for the most part, are the reason as to why so many people are waking up. And it is very important for us to compare the Museveni of today to the Museveni of the 80s and early 90s. Yeah, it is very important for us to understand why Ugandans are calling for change in leadership of our country. In this particular video that we've been doing the rounds, I had seen it before, but I had not really watched it. Neither had I saved it for me to revisit. It's after the People's President, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, shared the video, and I was like, what is he talking about? Let me first read out the caption of Bobi Wine before I share the video. We are going to watch it together. Yeah. Imagine if the Museveni in this video met the Museveni of today. Sadly, the dangers he warned about when leaders overstay their welcome are unfolding before our own eyes. The good news is that together with millions of other Ugandans, we are committed to ending the cycle and securing the peaceful democratic transition that he once claimed to stand for. Yeah, that is the caption that accompanied the video after he shared it on his page. His Excellency, the one and only Bobi Wine. The reason as to why so many Ugandans have actually gotten to the point of not only waking up, but taking action and being courageous, despite the fact that they face intimidation, abduction, and of course torture, not to mention to the point that some disappear without a trace or unalived. That is what inspired this channel, the Ugandan Awakening. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think about what is happening in Uganda. Let's get into the video right now. Let us watch it together and hear out what Museveni said in this video.
Or in Kenya, or in Angola. Why should people kill one another just because we cannot agree on who occupies a certain office temporarily? Because we are talking of temporary occupation of offices. The only one who is a bit permanent is Salata, but all the others are. All the others are just temporary. 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. Should that really cause a disruption of society just to decide who does something for 5 years? What is so? So in the case of Uganda, I can assure you that, and already we have demonstrated it. We have had elections 3 times since we came from the bush, and there were no problem. There were no incidents. There was no violence. There were some people who tried to bring back the old politics, but they were handled very, very, very nicely, and there was no violence. So I'd like to emphasize that peaceful transfer of power is part of civilization. The more backward you are politically, the more turbulence you get when you get changes. That means you don't know how to handle civil affairs. So you resort to brute force. We had to use brute force the other time because Obote did not allow us to organize things. We tried to appeal to Obote, please, let's have good elections. He thought he was very clever, that he knows how to play games and I don't know what. I said, my friend, if you don't accept arbitration here, by dialogue, there is where we shall arbitrate. We shall go to another arbitration board. Because here we can discuss what is the problem. He could not accept. He thought he was very smart. And we gave him a lesson. We have taught all these, reaction is a lesson in Uganda. We have taught them a lesson that they should be civilized and talk through the mouth, not use guns which they don't even make. They don't make a single gun, but they are fond of using guns. They can't make one bullet. So, I would like to reiterate that Uganda is committed to the national resistance movement. I cannot speak for all Ugandans, there are other Ugandans, but for the ones in NRM who have been supporting NRM, I can say that we support progress, we support civilization. We believe that Africans are mature people, but they are being misrepresented by a small layer of people whom they have not been able to get rid of in many of the African countries. But here we have got rid of them.
The audacity of this man. By the way, has anyone noticed Miria Matembe in the audience? Why am I pointing out Miria Matembe? Of course, she used to work in the government, but why am I stating that she was also in the audience? Before I answer that, let me first go through the comments on the People's President's post. Museveni wumula okaddiye tokyayina makulu. Museveni, please retire. You are old. You are too old for this country. Leave able-bodied people and retire. It is time to retire. This is from Flora Bobi Effect. Yeah, Flora Bobi Effect. This Museveni will unalive the current Museveni if they dare cross paths. I now understand why Miria Matembe doesn't like Museveni. She was there. That is the comment that sells me out. This person also noticed Miria Matembe listening attentively to Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And it is important because you understand that many Ugandans are so young and don't even have a recollection. They did not experience moments in which Miria Matembe was actually part of the government. All they watch on television is a very disappointed Miria Matembe. They don't know the backstory. They don't know. Do you know how mad that is? That the majority of our population do not have an experience of a Miria Matembe having worked for the current Museveni. And she did so for a reasonable amount of time. Which is why when she speaks out against this government, she has first-time experience. She has witnessed the evolution of the old Museveni to the Museveni we have today. That's what is really mad. Anyway, let's go to X because the first son, and by this I mean Kampala, Solomon Kampala said, I think Museveni still has a chance for redemption in the history books, only if he can let a free and fair election happen without interfering. I don't even care who wins, although I am inclined to support the National Unity Platform, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. We have not had a peaceful election in the history of Uganda. There is no way the NRA fought a whole guerrilla war and lost all those lives just to lead the country the same exact way as the people they deposed. There is no way that you guys who actually believed in the movement are letting this man and his son step on your necks like that. Shame on you. Museveni should remember that the same people that supported him to come into power can take him out. The people's love is irreplaceable, especially in the long run. Whomever has the support of the people will be the victor in the end. And that is it. That is why I'm saying that there is a generation that does not even have any experience of a Miria Matembe serving in the Museveni government. It tells you a lot that there is such a huge disconnect and the ideas of the revolution are no longer applicable to the people of Uganda. What the people of Uganda want is healing and reconciliation. They deserve to move on and not be held hostage by the supposed contribution of the guerrilla warfare whose promises were only pure fantasy. Because what we are witnessing, as orchestrated by the Museveni we have right now, it leads us to believe that that was never a real revolution. That was never a mission that was to free Ugandans, but only to enrich a select few. Yeah, that's it. I don't want this video to be so long. I hope you have remembered to share and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment. What do you think that the new Museveni we have right now, the current Museveni we have right now, would do if he came face to face with the Museveni that we have shared in this video? Let me know in the comment section what you think. Remember, we are on this channel. We know that the free and fair elections are so hard to come by in Uganda, which is why a protest vote is what we subscribe to. And a protest vote is not about violence. It is about people making sure that they track their vote and that it is really accounted for in the final result, which is why the National Unity Platform is rallying its supporters to make sure that they protect their vote. That is the protest vote. Believe it or not. Let me know what you think. Cheers. Bye.